Yo, what's up, people? Good morning. Um, I'm coming on and give a little quick overview of what happened this week in the markets. It was quite an eventful weekend with the Fed chairman Jerome Powell. He had comments on Jackson Hole at Jackson Hole. That's a event where they go once a year to meet, and he said a few things at that meeting, just a few things that was very insightful, um in my opinion. I feel like he might have some more, maybe a one or two rate hikes left in his up his sleeve before they start pausing, because he didn't lean one way or the other, but he definitely left the door open for more rate hikes to come. So with that being said, we're gonna get into it, and I'm gonna, pull up a few articles based off of that, and you guys could hopefully have some insight onto what to do in this environment. All right, so let me remind y'all getting money. Do y'all know what to do with it? That's the key.
A lot of y'all problem is not getting money, man. Y'all get money, bro. Some of y'all some hustling, mom. Woo! I don't want to cuss, but you know who you is. Y'all get money. The problem is what you do when you get it. You blow it on on the dumbness, and then at that you scared to lose it. How you blow it on stuff you don't get your a return back, but you scared to buy a piece of Apple, buy a piece of ownership in Apple, buy a piece of ownership in the liquor store on the corner, buy a piece of ownership on the gas station, the Burger King you go to, something. Buy a house, an investment house, not to live there, to rent it out, not to live there. We talking about an investment house. Y'all scared to do that. Y'all go put it in the bank account, and guess what? They use the money to go invest it. It's not getting money. Y'all get money, man. Start using it differently. That's it.
Well, that's it. Start using it differently. What's up, Sierra Booker, Clara Booker, Douglas? Appreciate you in the building. V Chance in the building. Backwood Banji in the building. Appreciate y'all pulling up on this Saturday morning. I'm getting ready to take my son to the car wash. Get some breakfast whenever they decide to wake up. I let them sleep on the weekends. So yeah, the market is making like sideways action. Nothing major, but it was a event that happened this week, and that could actually help the markets, right? It can help you make a decision on what you want to do in the market. Oh, today's Sunday. My bad. I gotta get him to wash their car. I mean, get him to take him to go wash his car. Um, yeah. Let me see. Put this on the screen real quick.
Look at me. What about me would make you think that I care about your opinion of me? Your opinion of me is not the opinion that I have of myself. You ain't make me, so you can't break me. You didn't build me, so you can't kill me. You know what? God established me, so you ain't nothing you can do to me. I've been him. I've been a difference maker, a game changer. I've been that guy. So what would change? Not a darn thing. I'm not even playing the game, and you got an opinion of me. I love it, but I don't care. And I wish the world thought like that. Youngsters, if you're out there right now, do not give a darn what opinion people have of you, long as that opinion is not consistent of that of yourself. You be you. I'm not playing to make you feel good about me. I already feel good about me. I'm good. Message for the youngsters out there and the old school, not old fools.
All right, this is what's up? I did say it was Sunday. What's up, Miss Bonnie? How you doing? This right here is what happened that we need to pay attention to. All right, the Fed chairman Jerome Powell, he was at Jackson Hole this weekend, and he was speaking. He said we got a long way to go to beat inflation. This is the headline coming from Forbes. Right, it say the last 3 years, Federal Jerome Powell's speech at the Jackson Hole conference has become a bellwether for the Fed's struggle to control inflation. So basically, this dude is just talking about what his future plans on, what his future plans are for the markets. Now, once again, I have to make everybody understand this, because I know some new people always watch. The Federal Reserve is a privately owned bank with just the name of federal. It's a central bank that controls America's money supply, right? They determine the policies that they determine has a direct result on the economy, America's economy. So America's debt is owned by a private entity just with the name Federal Reserve. So when they put that name Federal Reserve, don't get it twisted. That is not controlled by the government, right? And this guy, Jerome Powell, is the chairman of that, right? So he said the Fed still has a long way to go, right? So basically he was talking. It said Powell said the Fed has made significant progress in bringing down inflation, but still noted that it remains higher than the central bank's long-term target of 2%, right? And that was this paragraph. I mean, this little sentence I just read right here. Right here this is one of his quotes from that meeting. We are prepared to raise rates further if appropriate and intend to hold policy at a restrictive level until we are confident that inflation is moving sustainably down towards our objective. Powell said in his speech, suggesting that at least one additional rate hike is possible in 2023. I believe he might raise it one more time, the rate hikes. Again, when you invest, we do not care what happens day to day. So in my opinion, that would be an opportunity, right? That would be an opportunity. Once I get this understood, that when you invest, you're not thinking about the money this year, next year, right? So you do not want to put money in any market that you need, right? Once again, you have to use, I call it throwaway money. I heard somebody say there's no such thing as throwaway money. Well, the money I'm describing is the money that we waste on dumb stuff all the time, right? When we just blowing money, $20 here, $30 here. You know what you do with your money when you get it. Buying stuff you really don't need. A lot of people look in their garage and they have so much stuff in there and they don't even use it. That's throwaway money. Have a yard sale. Take that money, invest it. Me personally, I just put another $200 this week in the crypto market, right? I didn't use it all, but I spent like maybe $150 on a few assets. We'll get to that, what I bought and why I bought it and stuff like that. So this guy Jerome Powell is saying that they still have a long way to go to fight inflation, right? So I got a little mention of something he did say, and I wanted to play that, but I hope this ad don't play. Let me see if this ad gonna play. Yep, the ad is gonna play first. So I'm gonna let the ad play, then I'm gonna bring him up when he's talking, because I know you guys don't want to hear no damn ad. It's just a little quick comments that he made. All right, let's see if I can get this to play. Share this right here. This is the guy right here speaking on the panel. I mean, at the podium at the event, right? I got this credit. Look like the New York Times.
It is the Fed's job to bring inflation down to our 2% goal, and we will do so.
I don't know.
We have tightened policies significantly over the past year. Although inflation has moved down from its peak, a welcome development, it remains too high. We are prepared to raise rates further if appropriate, and intend to hold policy at a restrictive level until we are confident that inflation is moving sustainably down toward our objective. At upcoming meetings, we will assess our progress based on the totality of the data and the evolving outlook and risks. Based on this assessment, we will proceed carefully as we decide whether to tighten further or instead to hold the policy rate constant and await further data. Restoring price stability is essential to achieving both sides of our dual mandate. We will need price stability to achieve a sustained period of strong labor market conditions that benefit all. And we will keep at it until the job is done.
All right, so basically what he was saying, I hope you guys can hear that because the volume was a little low on that. He was just saying that they have an idea that they might want to raise inflation, but they want to kind of like look at the data and see where's the inflation levels going, how's the economy doing before they decide to raise those interest rates, right? But he did say hold. He said raise or hold, right? Nope, you didn't hear the word lower, right? If we start to hear that word lower, if he starts to lower the inflation rate, I mean the interest rates, the federal interest rates, if he starts to lower them, you will definitely see a rise in a lot of your assets in the market. So I'm playing a game long term, right? Thinking about it, because it's always darkest before the sun comes out. So right now we're in the dark period. I wouldn't want to say dark because it's already starting to come out a little bit because they already raised the interest rates 11 straight times in a row, right? Then we had a skip and then he raised it one more time, right? So now with these remarks he just made this weekend, this just happened over this weekend, right? Friday, Saturday, or today, not today, yesterday's Friday or Saturday, these remarks he just made, this is just happening. So we have to understand, okay, he said that he want to look at the data. He's not ruling out that he'll raise it one more time. What happens if he raises the interest rates? The market might react negatively to that news. And that's what I want, kind of, sort of, right? Because I want more time to allocate more ownership of my assets, right? When he starts to hold the interest rates without raising them, that's pretty good as well for the market. It's not as good as if he would cut them, right? But it's good if he hold the rate steady, because that will give the market some level, some certainty, right? The stock market and all these Bitcoin markets and all your asset markets, they are forward thinking. They think into the future, right? So if he's talking like this, that he might have a possibility of raising interest rates, the market is uncertain. That's the worst thing for the market is to be uncertain, right? The market likes certainty. So if I hear news that he's going to raise interest rates, that's why I got stuff. I got cash on the side called dry powder. That's what we use the term in the market, right? Waiting for him to, whatever decision they're going to make, right? If they hold interest rates, I might add a little bit, right? If they raise interest rates, I probably definitely going to add a little bit, because what's going to happen? The market might take that as a negative. The market starts to go down. People start to lose their minds, not realizing that the sun will come up tomorrow. And that's when I'll now start allocating a little bit more ownership, right? Because ownership is the key to wealth. Wealth is what you get from ownership, right? With any asset, whether it be houses, real estate, whatever, the ownership of that is what brings you the money, what brings you the income, right? So again, Don't invest money that you need for next week. We want to invest for what we need 10 years from now, 5 years from now, for your kids, for your grandkids, right? That's what we trying to invest, right? So when I take these $200 that I already took out, when I just got my money, and I take my money, $200, that's not going to hurt me, right? That's just a little bit of play money, if you will, something I might go spend on some bullshit, right? I take that $200, put it to the side. Okay, what am I preparing for? I want a downswing, right? I need that downswing. Why? So I can add ownership at a cheaper price. You understand? So out of that $200, I put most of it into the crypto side of things. I didn't buy any more stock with the money that I just put in this week. Next week, I'll probably put the money into stock, right? Because remember, you want to be kind of diversified. You don't want to have all your eggs in one basket. So I took some screenshots. I don't know how to put my phone on the screen so I can mirror the screen, but I took some screenshots of my crypto account, let you guys see what I put more money in and what I allocated my money towards this week, right? And I still have, I only spent like 150, and then I still got $50 on the sideline waiting for what? A little downswing. If it don't go down, at least I put 150 in there. If it starts to go up, I won't buy nothing. That $50 is just sit there, right? And waiting for when? For market to swing back down again. Let me check on the chat, see what y'all saying. What's up, Julia Graham, Douglas Cook, Double D, Dr. D in the building. Yeah, so this guy right here on the screen, that's fucking chairman, right? So of that privately owned entity. So this right here, this is scheduled for the consumer price index. Okay, this is important. My soundboard got Bluetooth on it. This is important for this consumer price index is important because with these numbers, this is what the Fed is looking at. When you heard Jerome Powell say he want to look at the data, well, the data is coming from these numbers right here, this consumer price index, right? And our next consumer price index report, it will be for August, because remember, the market is this is a lagging indicator. This consumer price index, it's going to come out September 13th. That's going to reflect what happened in the month of August, right? When these numbers come out on this day at 8:30, right? So September 13th, I'm going to be awoke looking at this, waiting for this to drop, right? For this CPI data to drop, because that's going to give me an idea on what the Fed is going to do at the next meeting, right? The next meeting, they're going to issue a rate policy or pause or raise the rates or whatever. You just heard Jerome Powell say that he want to look at the data, right? So these are the rest of the year's consumer price index release dates right here. So I don't know if you guys want to take a screenshot of this, but this is telling you the dates. I'll probably put it up every almost every video anyway, so you can still stay abreast to it. So September 13th is the day that this number will come out, right? Okay, now let me see if I got it right here. Boom. This is the next meeting that the Fed is going to have. You notice how it's almost close, but not the same day. So September 13th, the CPI data going to come out. Then they're going to look at that data, the Federal Reserve, right? Remember, he controls the United States money supply. So on the 19th and the 20th, this is the Fed meeting, right? This is when they meet. Jerome Powell and his crew, his squad. He the chairman, so everybody at the round table, they're gonna meet, discuss that CPI data, looking at not only consumer price index, the core inflation data, and all of that stuff. It plays a factor, right? And then they will make a decision whether or not they're gonna raise interest rates. They're gonna pause and just let the data, let the interest rate hikes they have already done take effect on the economy. It ain't gonna be no lower though. So we ain't worried about lowering right now. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, once the time the lowering comes, you're gonna wish you had bought put some ownership in there, because the market's gonna start to respond. when they start cutting rates. What does that do? When they start, the interest rate hikes are basically interest rates on any debt that Americans borrow, like loans, credit cards, mortgages, right? That's the interest rate we're talking about. So when he raised those interest rates, it discourages people from spending. Less spending, right? Because stuff is too high. The prices are too high. They're raising the interest rates on purpose to slow the economy down, to stop people from spending so much money. Once they start cutting those interest rates, that will encourage more spending, right? Because it'll be less money that you have to pay when you borrow stuff. I hope you guys understand that, right? So these interest rates are basically for your loans, your mortgages, your personal loans. So right now, if you want to get a personal loan from a bank to go buy whatever the hell you want to buy, the interest rate is going to be sky high on that loan because the policy they set. So it would discourage you from borrowing that money, right? When you know it's like, damn, I got paid too much interest back. I don't know if I want to buy that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I want to get that loan right now. But once they start cutting those interest rates, the amount of money you spend as interest goes down. It might look more appealing to you to go get that loan and go spend more money, you know, in the economy. So I hope you guys understand that. And that's what makes the economy go, right? So once they start cutting, that'd be good for the economy, right? That'd be good for that. Basically, it's saying that they got inflation under control and they encouraging more spending now. Now we turn the money printers on, right? Remember, they turn the money printers on. This is why I like Bitcoin, because ain't no money printer. But all right, so that's right there. That's the news. So let me see. I got this. I showed you the schedule. September 13th. That's the day where I'm gonna be watching to see what they do. Right? Let me see. I already played that. This is not gonna be too long. We're gonna get to the point and roll out, you know, because I do some things. So this right here is, you know, timeline. We got to talk about this. This is the Bitcoin time down, the countdown, right? Say we got 232 days to that halving event. Remember how they print the money? This is what people really don't understand, right? And I'm glad that they have this. I showed this in my last live stream, but this is very important to understanding what Bitcoin actually is, okay? The Bitcoin halving it. New Bitcoins are issued by the Bitcoin network every 10 minutes. Okay. For the first 4 years Bitcoin existed, the amount of new Bitcoins issued was 50 every 10 minutes. Every 4 years, this number is cut in half. It's programmed into the algorithm, right, of the Bitcoin network. So what does that do? That lessens the supply that's issued. Opposite of the dollar, which a dollar increases the amount of dollars in existence. That's why the prices look like they're going up, because there's more dollars in the economy, right? That's why when you look at the store, a bag of potato chips costs $3. Remember they only used to be $1? Well, they keep printing money, adding money to the economy. It makes the fucking prices go up. Remember what they said, the goal is for 2% inflation, right? That's the goal. So money naturally loses value, the dollar, because they inflate it every year. They want the inflation rate to be at least 2% every year. That's the policy they have. Does that make sense? That's inflating your money. That's the money we've been working on ever since whenever money was invented, right? They know it's inflationary. That's why the banking system is almost like I don't want to call it a Ponzi, but it's similar as fuck, right? The dollar, the bank, basically, they could loan out. If you put $100 in the bank, they got the right to loan out $1,000, right? They only have to hold 10% of whatever they loan out. That's the banking system, right? The Bitcoin is the reverse of that. That's why it's the fastest growing asset in the world, you know. So in the 2012 halving, the amount of new Bitcoin issued every 10 minutes dropped from 50 to 25. See how it's cutting it in half, right? In 2016, it dropped from 25 to 12.5, right? In the most recent 2020 halving, the reward dropped from 12.5 to 6.25 per block, right? In the next halving, in these 200 days, in 2024, the reward would drop from 6.25 down to 3.125, right? You see how they keep cutting it in half every 4 years. That's programmed. Nobody can change it. You can't go in fucking the program and reverse it. Nobody, right? It's automatically in there. To a max out cap at 21 million Bitcoins will ever be made, right? 21 million Bitcoins will ever be made. After that will be no more Bitcoin made, period. Over with, right? And they will issue them at this rate, 3.25 every 10 minutes per block, right? You see that? That's why I like Bitcoin. It's a deflationary asset, not an inflationary asset. The dollar is an inflationary asset, right? So if you think about it, if I hold in Bitcoin and they start reducing the amount that they're giving out, what does that do? Make my mines more valuable over time. I don't care about these swings in the market that's going on right now, right? That's not my concern. My concern is, okay, they say every 4 years. What about 10 years from now? That means it'll have twice. Where would the price be then? Why do I care what happens tomorrow? Right? They always say, when in doubt, zoom out. Look at it, take a step back. Because when it happens every day, that's why the markets move like the way they do. Because you could just push sell because you're scared, you panic, and then when good news come, everybody push buy, the price run up sky high. You're doing it the opposite, right? You don't wait for the good news to come out. You buy the bad news. Then when the good news come out, the market start to react. That's when you want to sell into that strength. Me personally, that's what I do. I do the opposite of what the markets do. So what is the significance of the Bitcoin block halving? The halving decreases the amount of new Bitcoins generated per block. This means the supply of new Bitcoins is lower, making buying more expensive. You see? In normal markets, lower supply with steady demand usually leads to higher prices. Since the halving reduces the supply of new Bitcoins and the demand usually remains steady, the halving has usually preceded some of Bitcoin's largest runs. That is exactly what happened. Every time it halves, every time it cuts in half, that's when a month later you see Bitcoin do jumping jacks. That thing start going crazy, right? Why? Because it's less supply out. It's opposite of the dollar. This is why I like this asset. This is one of the main things people should understand, right? You see, they got this chart right here showing you. Let me scroll back up. The image below, the vertical blue lines indicate the previous 3 halving cycles, right? Okay. Notice how the price jumped significantly after each halving, right? So if you look right here, this was before the halving. After the halving, this line is the halving. After the halving, look at the move. Boom. Right? That's all the excitement. Boom. Then it comes down. People start crying, but I want you to notice something. This is the low. Look over here. It was here. Is it going down or is it? Look at this chart. It's showing you steady up and to the right. This was the next halving. What happened after the halving? Boom. You get that run up. Everybody get excited. And then what? There's the sell-off. It goes here. People get scared. Understand, if you would have bought it here or here at this low in this cycle, right? And it went here, you still would be up while everybody was crying. You understand? Then here goes the next halving. The halving happened here. Boom. It runs up. This is not a game, right? This is not a game. That's why this is a big event in Bitcoin. Right? So you got to understand the halving might, I can't tell you with certainty, but if we look at history rhymes. As you can see, every time the halving event comes, like a month after, you get that parabolic run, right? Because why? The shock of them introducing less Bitcoins into the system while still demand remains the same, right? Bitcoin price runs up. Then what? Everybody starts piling in because they all want to get rich. Everybody wants to get rich. That's when that greed kicks in, right? What Warren Buffett said. He said, when others are greedy, you be fearful. So we can't time these tops, right? Can nobody time this top? We don't know how high it's going to go, but we want to get the middle, right? The middle part. That's how you build your bag up, right? So if we could get this candle right here, I don't even need to get all the way to the top, but if I could get in this candle and sell, right? And it continues to run, I know that it's going to reverse and come back down, because that's when the excitement starts leaving the market. And then I want to buy it at the extreme bottom where everybody's crying, right? And then wait and start accumulating for the next halving, which will be in 2028 after this 2024 cycle, right? So 2024 is going to be a good year, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, right? And I'm preparing myself for 2024 now. I'm not going to wait until it starts running and then decide to go dump 30 grand in there. That's the stupidest thing to me, right? Because you don't know, nobody knows. All right. This say the image below, you can see Bitcoin's inflation rate during each period, right? So we're going to look at that. What is this? 2020 halving 26. That's just a pop-up. We're going to scroll down past that. All right. Oh, the halving schedule. The Bitcoin halving schedule is right here. Now the date that having to happen every 20 was miners. See, this is the miner. This is a company I own called CleanSpark, right? They are a Bitcoin miner. What happens to the miners? Can I get this off the screen? This pop up? Yeah. Right. Many speculate that miners will shut down after the halving. The reality is most miners are very smart and priced in the halving, so they don't end up shutting down any miners, right? So Bitcoin miners are the ones getting these rewards, and that's what I own. I own a Bitcoin miner by the name of CleanSpark, right? So we just went over this, and this is basically showing everything in history, right? So let's see, 21, 2030, more than 98%. It said all 21 million Bitcoins will be mined by 2140. By 2140, we all be probably dead, right? By the time they mine them all. So in 2200, what do you think the price of Bitcoin gonna be? Why wouldn't you want to have some in your portfolio for your children, right? And your grandkids? You think about it. You know, you still, by 2040, that's when there will be no more Bitcoin mined. All right, so we looked at that. Let's look at the countdown. I'm gonna go back to the countdown so we can get an idea of when this event take place. 232 days. Now, when I'm looking at this, my opinion is telling me that in 232 days or 233 days, because it got 18 hours right there. So like 230, let's just round it up, 230 days, right? By that time, the halving event will be there. Do I want to wait until 232 days and start buying that shit, right? Does that make sense, right? Why wouldn't I take advantage of these downswings? This is what my brain's telling me, right? So anytime it drops, I don't care what's the reason, what people say, I understand that in 232 days, I need to be ready. I don't want to be the one piling money in when it starts to take off, if it starts to take off, because nobody knows with certainty, right? But in my brain, this is what I'm thinking. If it decides to take off, do I want to be the one late to the party, or should I be the one that was buying when everybody else was scared, when it was cheaper? And then once it start to run up, all I got to do is push sell, right? I don't even have to worry about it. I just push sell. Once the hype comes in the market, that's when I want to sell, because everybody's not going to be rich, right? If you wait too late, you're going to be the one holding the bag because you bought too late. You know, that's just me and what happened to me. This happened to me before, right? I bought assets and they shot up in value. I didn't want to sell them. Next thing you know, they done crashed. I'm like, God damn, this happens to everybody in the markets, right? Everybody, this is how you learn. You know, you got it. Man, I done seen some crazy stuff, man. I didn't want to kick myself in the head, but you can't beat yourself up on it. You got to learn from it, right? Everything that happens to you is a learning experience. You know, so when I'm in the market and I'm invested in a company and that joint just skyrocket and I'm like, yeah, we're going to the moon. That's when I should have sold it every single time, right? I had a company called Workhorse. I paid like $15 a share for it. It ran up to $40, right? Everybody was excited. I'm thinking, oh yeah, we going higher. It went all the way back down to $15 where I bought it at. Right, I was pissed. Right, it ran back up to $40 again. The same thing happened. I was like, oh yeah, we about to go higher. I should have learned from my first mistake, but it didn't kick in. They lost the contract they was going for. It was a company called Workhorse. They make electric vehicle mail trucks, but the government gave the contract to a different company. I think like Oshkosh or somebody else got the fucking contract. The hype was based off if this company got the contract, right? So I saw that article. I invested with them. The company Workhorse went all the way up. When I saw the news say that they didn't get the contract, I ended up selling my shares at like $20. So I made a profit on them, but I missed the high profit because I was thinking we were going to go higher. Instead of realizing it was so much hype in the market at that point, the market had moved so fast, I should have sold at the high because I had an opportunity to sell it. I just was in the greed mode. Oh yeah, we going higher, we going higher. Workhorse today is like 75 cents because they lost that contract. At least I was paying attention to the news and read that they lost the contract and I sold, right? And that was one of the best things because I sold around $20. That thing is around 75 cents right now, right? Why did I buy it? Because it was a contract looming for that company, right? With the government. It was like an $8 billion contract looming. And I saw that and I was like, man, I'm going to buy into this in case they get a contract. And it ran up because of the excitement. Everybody was thinking about them winning the contract. So the stock started going crazy, right? Based off of hype. So it was a good buy. It was just that I didn't sell at the right time. I could have sold that thing 2 or 3 times and I didn't. I kept holding it, but guess what? I learned from that, right? So that won't happen to me ever again because I pay attention, right? I learned from that. So let's see this right here. I wanted to show as well. Now, my company, let me go here and show you that I own this company, right? One of the coins right here, CleanSpark, right? If you say I got 2,800 shares, let me see who's in here. Cortez, what's up, bro? Right? So see, I got called CleanSpark. They are a Bitcoin mining company. They mine Bitcoins, right? That's what when you read about the Bitcoin halveners and the miners receiving rewards and all that, that's what this company does. If you look last time, I had some call options, so you could see that I got 28. I bought some of them back, right? I was buying let me show you this, right? This is how you do options. I have to come on here one day and talk about these options because a lot of people don't understand options, but I'm about to show you right here how I win on these options. When CleanSpark ran up to like $6, $7, these options were selling for $108 per option, right? I have 3,000. Well, I had 4,000 shares. I sold 1,000 of them at $6, right? I remember I was buying these shares at low prices. So when it ran up to $6 around here in this area somewhere, when I saw that move right there, I learned from my last mistake with fucking Workhorse, right? I didn't sell everything because I like the future of this company, right? I sold 1,000 of my 4,000 shares, and I also sold some options. I sold 10 options, gaining me $100, $108 a piece off of each option. So that was like $1,000 something. Now the stock has came back down. The price of the option is now only $30 an option. So what I can do now, which I've done, I bought these options back at $28. You understand? So I sold them at $108. I turn around and buy them back at $30. I get to keep the difference, whatever that was. It was a little bit of difference. And now I can do it again next month or the next time it runs up high like that. That's about options, because I didn't want to sell my complete ownership, right? I sold 1,000 of them because I was buying them low. When it ran up 3 times my money, I sold 1,000, took my actual initial investment out. So basically I got almost 3,000 shares of this company for free, right? Because what did I do with the money when I sold? I took that money and put it into a different asset. I'm gonna show you that in a few seconds. So this is CleanSpark. This is what I own, right? So let's go look over here. I own 3,000 shares of this company. You see 2,800 right here. These are shares that are uncovered. This is an options thing, not options language. Now I'm talking. I have to actually come on and do a live stream straight about options because people get confused like a motherfucker, right? And these 200 shares right here, I still own them, but they are in the option, right? I didn't buy. I had like 1,300 in options, but I bought them all back because the price went so low. Remember, I sold them at $108 a piece. So when I seen the price go low like that, I just bought them all back at that low price and kept the difference because I think that was a lot of money that I made off of that transaction just by owning the shares. So now I still have 2 option contracts out there, right? These options say that by December the stock won't get to $10. Man, I don't want to confuse you, but I'm gonna come on and we just gonna do an option stream so people can understand what options is, right? I don't like to buy options. I like to sell options, right? Because 90% of the options expire worthless, right? I understand this, right? You have sometimes your option to hit, but 90% of those options are going to be worthless, right? When I sell options, in order to sell options, you have to own 100 shares of a company, right? Each one option contract is 100 shares, right? So a lot of people like to buy options. I don't like to buy options. That's just me. I like to be the one selling options. I can show you both ways because I have bought options in the past, but every time I buy the option, I don't make as much as I want to make. And when I sell options, I normally clean house. When I start selling the options, I be the winner almost every time, right? So I like to sell them, right? In order to sell an option, you have to own 100 shares of the underlying company, and then you can sell one option. I have 3,000 shares, right? Because 28 plus this 2, that means 3,000. So that means I could sell 30 options to the market, right? And they were selling for $100 a piece. So I only sold like 13 of them. Looking back, right? I should have sold all of them, but that's a risk that I wasn't willing to take, right? So when you sell your options, it's a whole different ball game. But understand, I have 3,001 because I just bought an extra share for the hell of it the other day. It was like $4 something. I bought it. So this 200 plus 2,800 is 3,000. So I have 3,000 shares of this company called CleanSpark. That's the company I own. Now this right here, Bitcoin could skyrocket to 100,000. Right? Wow, 100,000 of Bitcoin. That hit according to Standards Chartered. That's somebody that's just making an opinion. I think this headline is very misleading. I think it might hit 80, 90,000. People going to think it's going to 100, and then what? Because if everybody thinks it's going to 100, what you think is going to really happen? It ain't going to 100, right? It does the opposite of what people think, right? That's what always happens. So I'm going to use this knowledge that I learned from last time and apply that shit. So when we get to around 90, if this thing get up to around 90 bands, I got to go. I got to go. Because y'all think it's going to 100, so I don't believe you. And that's when so much hype is going to be in the market. And what does Warren Buffett say? Sell when that type of shit happens. So like I say, this is stocks you should use to take advantage of the swing. Right? It's talking about Bitcoin failed to fulfill one of its purpose last year as it had against inflation, blah blah blah. But I want to show you the company that they recommend you buy, right? And it has gotten plenty more room to run. Head of crypto research, British whatever, Standard Charter. We see potential for Bitcoin to reach 100,000 by the end of 2024. Wow, see that? These are big name people. The British banking giant Standard Charter. We see that's somebody that works for them saying that we see potential for Bitcoin to reach the $100,000 level by end of 2024, as we believe the much touted crypto renter is finally over. All right, so let me Like, what the fuck just happened? This is trash. What did I just do? That's bullshit. We gonna get back right. I don't understand why that happened. Oh no, no. Okay, nothing happened. That was me. All right, so we go down here. Right, clean spark. See that? With this in mind, we dived into the tip range database and pulled up details on 3 crypto stocks poised to make use of the anticipated run. What's more, all 3 are rated as strong buys to the analyst consensus. Let's take a closer look. First one they show you, CleanSpark. That's the company I own. I own 3,000 shares of this company right here. Right? The stock is going down. It just was at $7.50. I said I wasn't going to buy that high. I said that if it goes underneath $5 into this $4 range, I would be considering buying right now. Where are we at? Around $4.50. I think it's a buy. I think it's a screaming buy right now. Right? This is my opinion. Don't take my opinion to heart. This is my opinion. This is what I think. I think it's a screaming buy. Right off the page, I'm looking at it like, holy shit, I need to buy some more. This is how my brain is working right now. Remember, I sold 1,000 shares at $6, right? So if I buy them back at $4.50, I just made money on that transaction, right? But I put the money into other crypto. I'm going to show you that. Then we're going to get off. So CleanSpark, they're saying, which I already know, I made this in my opinion because I've been buying CleanSpark for 2 years, a year and a half, right? So this coming out ain't telling me nothing that I don't know, but it confirms to me that other people think the same way I think about this company, right? Because I've been looking at what they've been doing, and it's to me, this is what, that's why you see where it's at. It say all 3 are related as strong buy. So we're going to start with CleanSpark. A Bitcoin miner that some time ago decided Bitcoin miners was where it was at, right? That's why I own CleanSpark. While once the company specialized solely in microgrids, it began dabbling in the mining operations towards the end of 2020, right? Hold on, I just fast forward that joint so fast, right? Begins towards the end of 2020. However, since then, mining endeavors has become its main priority. Right? I've been buying it since it was a microgrid company, before they even got into Bitcoin mining. When they got into Bitcoin mining, I got excited because I said, we about to get this money, and I start buying it. But I was buying it when it was just a microgrid company. Microgrids are like, it helps for the power lines and shit. That's a whole nother thing to explain. But CleanSpark don't do that no more. They sold all their microgrid shit. So they just do Bitcoin mining now. CleanSpark oversees its own mining operations in Atlanta, Georgia. So the company is based in Atlanta, Georgia, right? That's where the most of their facilities are at. And it co-locates miners in Massillon, New York. Bitcoin is famous for being hugely energy intensive, but the company likes to highlight its credential as a sustainable player, mining the bulk of the Bitcoin with renewable or low carbon energy sources. So basically, CleanSpark doesn't have that high of an energy cost to mine Bitcoin because they use renewable energy and carbon shit. By often selling its mined Bitcoin, the company has funded expansion last year and even as the crypto winter rage, what crypto winter is, that's not cold, that just means bear market. When the crypto is down, everybody calls that crypto winter, right? It has increased its hash rate. The measure of the computational power used to mine the asset from 2.1 exahash in January to 6.2 exahash at the start of this year. So as you can see, the company it's more than that now, but when it was in January, it was 2.1 exahash, right? That's the fastest the computers move to mine Bitcoin. Remember, Bitcoin is a digital asset. So these computers move 2.1 exahash. They raised that to 6.2 exahash at the end of the year, right? The company has set its sights on bringing that hash rate up to 16 exahash by the end of 2023, right? So from 6 exahash, they plan on going to 16 exahash by the end of this year. Well, I got news on that. They are going to get the 16 exahash because they fully funded and paid for all the equipment to be delivered that's going to get them to 16 exahash. Right now, they're around 9 or close to 10 exahash, right? So they went from 6, now they at around 10. It's like 9.7 or 9.5 or some shit like that. They are raising the exahash, and they released a news article that said that they fully funded all the machines and all the equipment that it's going to take to get them to 16 exahash. So what does that mean, right? That just means they're mining more and more Bitcoin. So we're going to break all that down and say that, right? That the exahash is as fast as the machine work, right? So when they get their, and how many machines they got, right? So when they bring their exahash level up, that means they mining more and more of the Bitcoins that you see being rewarded out of those Bitcoin blocks. They are trying to hurry up, right? And mine the most Bitcoin they can. Why? Because of the Bitcoin halvening. Pay attention. When the Bitcoin halvening comes, it's going to reduce the amount of Bitcoin they're able to mine by half. So right now, I think yesterday they mined like 19 Bitcoin. Every day they mine like 20 bit around, we'll say around 20 Bitcoin, because some days they'll have a good day and mine 22. Then some days it'll be 19. Then some days it'll be 18. You know what I'm saying? So average, we'll just average it. They mine about 20 Bitcoins a day. When that halvening event comes, they only going to be mining 10 Bitcoins a day, right? So if they're mining 10 Bitcoins a day, theoretically, the price of Bitcoin should double, right? Because of the rewards being cut down. Pay attention to that shit, right? And CleanSpark is trying to hurry up and get as much Bitcoin as they can before the Bitcoin halvening event. And if CleanSpark's doing that with millions and millions of dollars, right? I'm doing that. Right, I'm trying to buy as much Bitcoin as I can before the Bitcoin halvening event, as well as what they doing. You feel me? So let's see what the chat's saying. I ain't looked in a while. I'm just talking. Power Life in the building. Bolo Odium speaks in here. Appreciate it. He said everybody get paid. Right. Right. So CleanSpark oversees its own mining operations. I already read that. So at the end of the year, they was at 6.2. The company has set its sights on bringing that hash rate up to 16.0 exahash by the end of 23, which I just told you they already funded it, right? It's already funded. I saw a news article after this that they said they already funded it. Let's see if it's in this article that I'm reading to you, right? The company has set its sights on bringing that hash rate up to 6 by the end of 2023, and recent purchases will go towards making that goal a reality. The company recently announced the purchase of 45,000 new Antminer S19 XP machines that, when eventually deployed, will almost double the current hash rate. So they have this in mind. They and when this article was written, they had bought the 45,000 new machines, right? According to H.C. Wainwright, an analyst, Mike, whatever home name is, Kanazi, whatever the hell that dude name is. I don't know how to spell it. I don't know how to say that. Colonese. My bad, Mike. My bad, Mike. Don't be mad at me. You got a crazy ass name. According to AC Wainwright analyst Mike, the company exhibited some canny business nuos when securing the deal, which comes roughly 2 months following the company's purchase of 20,000 Bitmain rigs for a 25% discount. So it's telling you that CleanSpark executing like a motherfucker. They buying these 45,000 and they just bought 20,000, and it said they did a savvy business deal, right? They got these rigs for 25% discount. It says CLS Clay secured the machines for a very attractive $23 a terahash before applying coupons, the lowest we've seen in the market for these rigs. So we just bought these miners for the lowest that they've seen in the market. Right, so we buying them on discount. Why? They was buying the Bitcoin miners when Bitcoin was crashing, right? So they bought it for the low. They got all the machines they got for the low, right? The more machines, the higher your exahash. The higher your exahash, the more Bitcoins you mine, right? That's why it's a race for these Bitcoin miners to grow, because they want to grow their business. I'm gonna tell you my strategy I'm using with CleanSpark in a minute. Because the goal here is to actually own Bitcoin, right? That's my goal with this. I own a little bit of Bitcoin, but it ain't talking about nothing, right? But I want to use CleanSpark as a gateway to get me to buy Bitcoin. Because if I'll tell you my real price prediction on this stock in a few minutes, right? But if CleanSpark does what I think it can do, what it potentially can do, I'm gonna sell it, right? Take that profit and then buy all Bitcoin with it, because then I'll be able to buy 2, 3, 4 Bitcoins. That's my method to my madness. What I'm thinking about, right? So see, CleanSpark secured the machines for $23 an exahash, the lowest we've seen in market for these rigs, and 12% below the going rate for the high efficiency ASIC under 25 JTH, based on whatever. Management has been very opportunistic. They talking about my management team, right? To my company that I own. So I'm part owner of this bitch. I want you guys to understand that when you own shares, you're a shareholder. You are actually an owner in that company, because you own an interest in the company. I own shares. I'm not I can't tell them what to do or fire nobody, but I'm part owner. I got interest in the company. My money is in there with them, right? So what they do, the decision they make, it directly affects me and my pockets, right? So it says management has been very opportunistic in acquiring new mining rigs at rock bottom prices over the past year, which we believe will drive significant shareholder value. Bam, that's what I want to hear, because I'm a shareholder. I want them to drive my value up. You goddamn right. And with this latest purchase, the company has now secured 99% or 15 point. That's what I was talking about. I told you that they had already paid for it. And look, it's showing you right there. So, yep, they got it in this article. That's good. And with the latest purchase, the company has now secured 99% or 15.9 exahash of the miners required to reach its year-end 2023 hash rate target of 16 exahash. So if me owning CleanSpark, I'm telling you they're going to over deliver, right? So if they have already purchased enough machines to get the 15.9 exahash, when their goal was to get to 16, I believe we crushed that goal. I believe they try to get to 20 or close to 20 exahash, and that will give extreme amount of value for the shareholders, right? So we continue to view the stock as significantly undervalued. You see, this is why I keep buying this shit, because not only they looking at this stock as significantly undervalued related to fundamentals, I looking at it that way. This is confirming what I already think. And these are people that do this, right? These people that's getting paid to write these articles, right? Overall, CLK CleanSpark shares have soared 98% year to date, but this dude Mike sees ample growth ahead, calling CleanSpark a top pick. The analyst rates the shares while his $12 price target makes room for 12-month return of a whopping 194%. So this guy has a $12 price target on it. Right? The stock is at $4.50. He has a $12 price target on it. I sold a little bit at $6. Right? Why? Fuck his price target. See, I'm not trying to be greedy. This shit happened to me before. I was just telling you, I watched the stock shoot off and come down and I was pissed. Right? I left a lot of money on the table. I should have sold that shit. Right? I don't care what his price target is. What's my price target? Double, triple my money. I'm good. Right? So I was buying CleanSpark in the $2, $3 range. It went to $6. I didn't sell all of it. I sold enough of it just to get my money back that I put in. Right? The money that I put in, I needed that back. Let me get that. And I left the rest. Right? So I still got 3,000 shares. 90% of that is paid for by itself. It paid itself by going up. Right? He has a $12 price target on it. Me personally, I'm scared to tell you my price target on this company, where I think this company could actually hit, depending on the price of Bitcoin, right? I think we could see $60, $55, $60. Now, you could call me crazy. People call me crazy. But I saw what happened last time Bitcoin did what it did. CleanSpark already hit $40, right? I already seen it hit $40 in the past. And I watched this company called Riot Blockchain go from $2 a share to $80 a share based off the hype around Bitcoin, right? So I'm dying for this Bitcoin halving an event to come, because it's going to be so much buying pressure coming into these companies that's going to send a stock through the moon. And they got this shit called short squeeze in the market. Man, if we hit $50, right? If I could get this thing up to $50, I'm thinking it might get hit $60, $65. I don't think it's going to go to 100 this cycle, right? Eventually it'll make it to 100, but not this cycle. If I can get this thing to go to $50, right? And I got 3,000 shares, 3 times 5 is 15. That will profit me $150,000, right? I would then sell, right? Take that 150,000 and actually buy some Bitcoins with it. Because if you think Bitcoin is at 80,000, right? This company this is just me in my opinion, right? I'm just talking my thoughts, right? Why I'm buying this company. If Bitcoin is at 80,000 and this CleanSpark shit blast off to $50, that'll make me $150,000. I could then buy an actual Bitcoin or two, or preferably sell this CleanSpark, wait until everybody start crying and bitching again. Hopefully Bitcoin drop back to around 40,000, 30,000. Then I'll take that 150 and go buy me 3 or 4 Bitcoin, actual Bitcoin, and then hold that shit and leave it alone. Maybe out that 150, I might take 50,000 and go fuck off, right? Go do whatever the hell I want to do. Go live life with that. And then that extra 100,000, just put it all back into Bitcoin. Buy 3 or 4 Bitcoin, actual Bitcoin, and just leave that shit alone and let it do what it do, right? And take my 50,000 and maybe invest somewhere else, or maybe go fuck off a little bit. Do something with my kids. That's what I live for anyway, my kids. So I probably would just do something with them, but not 50,000 worth. You know what I'm saying? I'll just have 50,000, do whatever I need to do with that. Maybe invest in another company, find me another idea. But the whole point is, I started this investment with $10,000, $13,000. Well, I actually started with around $6,000, $7,000, and I sold some of it, got my money back. So this is could be a free investment. That's my goal with CleanSpark. I want to get this thing up to about $50. Only way that's going to happen is waiting on the price of Bitcoin to shoot off. Because when Bitcoin take off, I've seen this shit happen before. When Bitcoin take off, there's so much buying comes in, it's ridiculous, right? And you'll wake up. I've seen it happen. You'll wake up and you'll be the stock number don't went up $5 in one day. You like, holy shit. Then you look back again. It just happened to me, right? It happened already. So, boom. This miner has garnered 2 other recent reviews, and both are positive, making a consensus view here a strong buy. The $8.33 average target. So all of the analysts that review CleanSpark, they say it should be around $8.33. Right now, we're looking at a price of $4.50. So not only am I saying it's a buy, in my opinion, the expert analysis that people that look at these companies saying it's a buy. They saying $8 price target. But I want to tell you what that price target means. That $8 price target is at the price of Bitcoin right now. They're not taking into consideration because they can't, right? They only can go on what's happening right now. The price of Bitcoin right now, they're saying this company should be $8 a share, right? But what I'm thinking is the growth of Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin was at, let's just say 50,000, then that means this analyst has to revisit his price target, right? And that's what I'm thinking, because these price targets are only as of right now. They're saying right now we should be at $8 with Bitcoin at wherever it's at right now, right? So if Bitcoin was to take off and go to 50, 60, 70,000, what does that mean? That means they have no choice but to raise the price target. I believe the next bull run we might see $80,000, not $90,000. And that's why I'm basing that $50 price target off of $50, $60 price target, because I'm using my forward brain and I'm just going to be patient, because if that happens, that would be amazing, right? I would make 150 grand off of a $10,000 investment. This is the power of the stock market. Nothing grows faster or has this much potential other than Bitcoin, right? In the real world, people say, well, Biz, why wouldn't you sell that and buy a house? Because you know how many people said, or buy like an apartment building or something like that. Bruh, it's people out there that did that shit when COVID came. They bought fucking apartment buildings. Had they put that same amount of money into Bitcoin, Bitcoin was $3,000 for one, right? So if a motherfucker would have invested $20,000 into Bitcoin, bought them about, I don't know, 3 goes into 10, I don't know, 3, 6, 9, about 8 Bitcoin, right? They would be up so much money right now. It'd be pathetic. You know, the amount of return, you're never going to see anything like crypto, you know, until crypto becomes a normal asset and it stabilizes, right? I believe Bitcoin will stabilize eventually. You're not going to see these crazy ass parabolic runs after maybe 2 more cycles. And I think that'll be it probably will go up constantly, but not these dumbass parabolic runs that it's doing. Because this shit is about to happen. It's about to happen again. You better pay attention. So, all right. So we talked about that. Let me see what the chat's talking about. Timo, Miss Collins in here. Yeah. So let me see if what y'all been saying. I'm late as shit, Mary man. All right. So I just hope y'all hearing what I'm saying about this. Right. So this is why I bought this company. I've been buying this company. Right. And now all of this good news is coming around it. But I've been knowing about this. That's why I'm up already on my position. Right. Because I identified this already. Right. I in my brain, I'm like, yo, this is a good ass. This company is on to something. Right. So now the people coming out saying the same thing. That just confirms my idea. And makes me want to even buy even more. But again, with that being said, that it makes me want to buy more, that doesn't mean I just go out and start buying it. You understand? I'm waiting for an opportunity to present itself, like right now, because it was just at $7 and it dropped down to $4.50. Do you think, okay, normal people be like, well, it might go to $4. Well, I don't got time to wait to see if it goes to $4. I know it was just at $7. Right. So if I could get it at $4.50, who gives a fuck if it goes to $4? Right. I could buy more at $4. If it go to $3.50, I could buy more there too. That's why I break the buys up. I would be a jackass if it went up to $7 and I was buying at $7 and it went to $4 and I was scared to buy anymore. Right. Oh man, it's crashed. That's what most people do. Right. When it went to $7, I didn't buy anymore. I came on the stream. I said, I'm not buying no more because this shit is going crazy right now. I'm chilling. I'm waiting for the cool down. Right? It's cooled down now. It's at $4.50. It's looking very attractive to me. Right? It make me want to buy a few more shares. Not all the shares, just a few more. See if it drops any lower. If it drops lower, I'm going to add more ownership. Because ownership is the key to wealth. Ownership is what's going to get me to wealth. Can you imagine if I end up with 5,000 shares and this damn stock shoot off and hit just $20? The hell with $50, right? If I had 5,000 shares and we went to $20, that'd make me $100,000, right? That's what I'm thinking about. I ain't give a fuck about what happened today or tomorrow. I'm thinking about what is the company doing? Because let me tell you something. The market could swing either way it wants. What is the company doing? Everything this company is doing is called executing. They are executing their plans, right? The market will eventually catch up to their execution. It's not like the company is not executing, right? If I was reading these articles about this company, looking at their earnings report, and they was not executing, and they kept falling short. Like they say, oh, we're gonna get to 16 exahash. Then I look and they say, guys, we had a problem. We only gonna get to 10. Hey, bro, y'all fucking up. I ain't fucking with y'all. Right? That's when I back out. Like, hey, when the story change, that's when I want to sell it. Biz, when you sell it, when the story change, right? If I don't like what I'm seeing, I'm selling it because I'm not going off of your bull jive, right? I'm looking at the fact. The facts are they are executing at a high level, right? It makes me want to buy more shares. It looked like the management team know what the hell they doing. I trust this management team that they're gonna do what they say they're gonna do. Why? Because they track record proven that they do what they say they do, right? That's how you invest in a company, right? So if the market decides to crash tomorrow and CleanSpark is still doing what they're supposed to do, that means it's an opportunity to buy more shares. I don't care what the fuck the market is doing, right? The market could go up and down. If the whole market decides to crash, that means everything in the market is going to go down. That's what I look at. Okay, what is my company doing? Are they still the same company? What happened to the company as a result? Did anything happen to the company when the market crashed? No. Are they still executing? Yeah. Did they get those rigs they said they was gonna get? Yeah. Okay. Opportunity. Right? Now, if I look and I say, yo, they didn't get the rigs they said they was gonna get, that's a bad sign. That's sell time. That's when I sell. Right? Oh no. Y'all ain't keeping up y'all end of the bargain. Now, if they keeping up the end of the bargain and the market is just decide to tank, I'm not selling shit. I'm adding. You understand how that works? Pay attention to the movements in your company that you own. And that's how you win at this game, right? Don't concern yourself with the money going up and down. People, I'm telling you, I was down like $9,000 and I was still adding. Because why? I was looking at my company. What is my company doing? I know the overall market is fucked up right now, but what is my company doing? Everything was coming across my screen. Execution. They executed. They're doing what they said they're going to do. The hell with the market. Okay, buying opportunity. I was down like $9,000 and I still was buying. People like, yo, you fucking crazy. No, you're crazy, right? Do you see I'm buying and I'm down $9,000? That should tell you something, right? I still got the utmost faith in this management team. Why? Because they're proving themselves by keep doing what they say they're going to do. So in that downswing in the market was nothing but an opportunity to add more ownership. Then next thing I know, it shot off and it went up because of the execution, right? So pay attention to your company, not necessarily the market, right? The market presents opportunities. Understand that. If your company is not executing, that means it's a bad investment, period. Fuck the market or not, right? If the company is not making any money or generating or doing what they say they're going to do, that company is not a good company. I don't give a fuck what the market say, right? But if the company is doing what it said it's doing, is executing and doing everything it said it's supposed to do, if the market decides to go down, buy an opportunity. Right? Opportunity to add more ownership. I don't care about the money because the money gonna come with their execution, right? People will eventually see the execution and they will start gravitating towards where the money is. Like these people talking about $12 price target, $8 price target. $8 from here, we at $4.50. That's almost a double up, right? So these people are saying, yo, we got $8 and $12 price predictions over here. That look good to me. Because if we get to $10, my position gonna be worth 30,000, right? If we get to $12, my position gonna be worth 36,000, right? What did I put in here? $5,000-$6,000, $7,000. Understand that shit. Understand that shit. All right. So I talked about this. We could go on and on about that. I showed the Bitcoin halving thing. Let me talk about where we at now. We're gonna talk about we could go to the price of Bitcoin. I'm gonna pull up my cryptos that I just bought this weekend, and then we're gonna roll out. Let me see. I just went. Oh, there we go. Boom. Okay. I want to figure out how to get my my computer screen to mirror this image. Let me see. Okay. Boom. But I don't know how to do it yet. So I want to share this screen. Let me go share screen. I'm gonna share this what I bought. Stop that one. I'm gonna get it. Share screen. Hold on. I know I got another screen, right? Come on, stop playing with me. I did this last time. Let me see. I want to share this. I want to show you what I bought. So let me just share one of these screens. Why is it not showing what I bought? So share that and see if it'll pull it up. Let me see. And go back to my email. Cause I took pictures. I bought some cryptos. I put $200 in the crypto market this week because I'm consistently buying. Why? Because it's still the bear market. The bull market ain't come yet. Once that bull market come, I should have bought all of my fucking everything that I want to buy by then. Why is this shit not allowing me to share this shit? Am I doing something wrong? I did it last time. Nope, that's photos. I bought a little bit of Shiba Inu. I bought some Kronos token, and I bought this other token called Bone Shiba Swap, right? Because I know that Shibarium is coming, and I think like that should be a good little investment, and for that's a short term investment. Let me see, 3 items selected. So how the fuck can I share this? It wouldn't let me share it last time. This how people was crying about. Hey, just put the people's name up. Let me see. I shared it last time. I don't remember how I did it. Let me see. Present. I don't know why it's not sharing it. I'm gonna try it one more time. If not, then I'll just read it off. But I do want to show that screen. Let me see if it's in the window. There we go. Got it. Boom. Let me see if that works. Can you guys see that? Yep, you can see it. All right. This is my crypto account, right? I always show my stock portfolio, right? I just showed you my stock portfolio where I own CleanSpark. That's the mining company we just was discussing about CleanSpark. This is my crypto account. This blue one right here is the bluecrypto.com app, right? I encourage people, whoever wants to buy crypto, to get the crypto.com app. I got $500 in the crypto app, right? I got Kronos. I bought only 1,000 Kronos right here, $50, right? But I'm going to transfer this to this white app eventually. I got to wait a week. I got Shiba Inu right here. I got 30 million SHIB tokens. I want to get my 100 million back. If whoever knows, I used to have 100 million Shiba Inu, and I bought more. I sold it and bought more CleanSpark with it when CleanSpark was crashing, right? And it worked. I made money out of that. And then I just bought this new token right here. You see, called Bone, right? Now the reason why I did that, I bought that like yesterday. I put $75 in there and got me 50 Bone token, right? The reason why I did that, let me make sure this screen is working properly. I bet it's working good. The reason why I bought this Bone right here is because, as you see, Shiba Swap, they are coming in with this thing called Shibarium. It's like a blockchain network, right? People could go on Shibarium and buy tokens and stuff like that and swap tokens. And to use Shibarium, you need Bone token, right? So Bone token is the currency that they accept on Shibarium. When Shibarium came out like last week, it was so much traffic on there that the system crashed. And I was like, holy shit. So it's a lot of people want to use this Shibarium stuff. Shibarium is a part of Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu is a meme token. This is like, ooh, we going to $1 million. You know, I'm willing to throw $1,000 in there just to play with it to see if it ever does decide to go up. I would recommend that as an investment for nobody. I would recommend that as like a lottery play, right? But this Bone token, it really might have some value, right? I see some value in there because if Shibarium goes online and you need to buy Bone token in order to use Shibarium, and they have that much traffic that would crash the damn site, that means when it goes back up again, everybody's going to be needing to buy Bone. And remember, supply and demand. I think it's only 250. Well, I know it's only like 250 million Bone tokens, right? So what does that do? It reminds me of Ethereum. Like if anybody knows about crypto, Ethereum is used for gas fees, right? To buy ETFs and all of that. To swap on the exchange, you need Ethereum. That's why Ethereum has value. That's why Ethereum price keeps going up, right? Bone token is Shiba Inu's version of Ethereum, right? Because they having their own. Shiba Inu has a big following, and they coming out with their own swap thing, their own swap token swap shit called Shibarium. And in Shibarium, the Bone token is used as the gas fees. So I'm like, man, this damn Bone token might do something. So what did I do? I just put like $75 in there, right? And why? Because I'm not gonna put a lot of money in there all at one time. I'm gonna use this Bone token and show you how you build the bag. Because I still got light bills, I still got bills, mortgage payments is coming up, shit like that. But I want to have something in there. So I just put $75 in there. Why? Because I could take $75 and throw it in the trash if I want to. Right? So that's why I did that. Instead of throwing it in the trash and buying 5 cases of beer this weekend and doing all type of dumb shit with the money, I just say, okay, just put $75 in Bone. Fuck it. Whatever it do. I don't even care. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it might have a little potential maybe to hit $5, right? If it hits $5, who knows how much I'm gonna have by that time. So next week I might put another $70 in there, $50, right? That's how you accumulate those tokens. I'm gonna use Bone to show you how you accumulate. And then 3 months go by, you got 500-600 bone tokens over there, or however many shares you got. Well, who's that bothering me? Oh, that's my realtor. I should call his ass while we on live and let him talk. Y'all probably laugh. He cool. Look, that's my realtor calling me on a Sunday because he want to know what's going on in the market, right? I hope you guys know I'm really giving away information for free. So, but I don't care. You know, we need to know this as a community. Our people need to know this. You need to teach this stuff to your kids. So with this Bone token, I think it's some potential there. This Terra Classic, anybody that's in crypto know I just put money over there just in case it ever, because Terra Luna was at like $100 before, and that shit lost its peg and it crashed and it went all crazy and went all the way down. It's less than a penny right now. So I only got like $30 over there. I just threw a little money in it because if it ever get back to $1, sheesh, that's gonna be, so that $30 don't even matter, right? That's just trash. So, but this Kronos, I really believe in Kronos, right? So when you look at that, where's my other picture? How do I get to the other picture? I need to learn how to work this. I don't want to take it off the screen. I want to go to the other image. Let me see if I push the arrow. Yep, there we go. Boom. This is my DeFi wallet, right? It's a Crypto.com DeFi wallet. The DeFi wallet is is white. The Crypto.com regular app is blue. Okay, so you download the blue app, you fill out all the forms and shit, and you get your crypto.com app, you could buy your crypto tokens on there, right? The DeFi app is white. What DeFi means is I'm taking the coins off of the centralized exchange and I'm putting it into my own personal wallet. That's why they got this DeFi wallet right here. It comes with keys, not keys like you open a store or a door. It's like keys. It's like a word phrase, right? Everybody gets 12 words. Those are called your keys, right? So can't nobody go into this wallet. So basically, if that exchange, something happens to the exchange and it get hacked or anything like that, my tokens that's on my personal wallet will be safe, right, from that attack, if you understand that. So on the DeFi wallet, this is my DeFi wallet. I got like 5,000, it say 5,150 on my DeFi wallet. That's all Crow, right? All Crow. So you look right here. I stake my Crow, right? So I got 100,863 Crow, and I'm gaining interest. If you look right here, say 18 cent. That's because I should have fucking took a screenshot before I staked it, because I had like 400 Crow over here. It was worth like $25, $23, something like that. And then if you see right here where it say claim rewards, I hit that button and then it say restake. So I put that 400 Crow back into the pot over here, because this earns me interest just by holding it. I earn estimated annual reward. I earn 8.3% on my Crow that I have, and it adds up, right? So what you can either cash it out, which it was only like $23. I'm talking about just by the money sitting there, it earns interest on itself, right? So I put the Crow, and that's without appreciation. That's if the coin doesn't go up or not, right? So I got 100,000 Crow, about $5,000 in there, because the tokens are like 5 cents a piece, right? So I got 100,000 of them, like $5,000, and I earn interest on that money just sitting there. So as long as the money sit there, I earn 8% a year on the money, but it stocks every day, right? So I took this screenshot at 9:43, so it's 11:15. I'm about to go in here and look at my Crow balance and see how much I gained in 2 hours, right? So on the screen it say what? 3.7 Crow, right? Right now it say 16 Crow, right? So I earned 16 Crow, right? So the Crow just piling up because I'm staking it. So when I took this screenshot, it said I only had 3 Crow over there and rewards, right, on my staking. Now it's saying I have 16.16 Crow. So 16. I got 16.16. That's just my money sitting there. So like every week, what I'll do is I'll claim the rewards down here where you see claim the rewards, and then I add it back to the shit I already got in there. So last week I think it was like 400 and something Crow. So I claim rewards, and then it say claim to restake, and I hit claim. I could claim and cash out and all that and take the money, but because it was like $20-something, or I could claim to restake. So I claim, restake it into the pool again, and make more Crow on top of this Crow. You understand? I hope y'all understand what I'm saying with that. So this is a token that I really believe in. That's my pool that I stake with. It's called Icy Crow. That's the pool that I put all my Crow in. It's like a pool that you stake. So that's what I'm doing with this Crow. So I got a good lot of money in this one too. So that's 5 billions over there, and this is 500. This is just play money that I got on the app that I'm just buying stuff with. Once I wait a week, this Crow you see right here, this Chronos, I'm gonna transfer, because you gotta wait a week until it clear. And then it say my fiat wallet, that means cash, right? Fiat is cash. I got $55 over there, so I can still buy more of these little tokens, these little dumb tokens. I'm waiting to see how they read. I want to go down a little bit more. Then I'm gonna start putting this $50 in there, right? I'm not gonna buy none. Only one I would buy right now is Chronos, right? But right now I'm looking for Bone. I want Bone to go down. right? It's going down a little bit because I put 75 in there. It's only 72 right now. But if it goes lower, I'm going to start buying more bone. That's just me with bone. So after a week, this Kronos will be clear because you got to wait a week. When you put the money in there, then I would take this money and transfer it to this white app, and it'll make it the balance right here go up. So it'll be 101,000 Crow, right? And I just continuously adding to the bag every week and just keep piling in the money every week. Eventually these rewards will look stupid, especially if this crypto is at 5 cents right now, especially if it decides to go to $1. Shit, I'll be making $600-700 a week just by holding this shit. You understand? This position can potentially grow from $5,000 to 100,000. That's just in Crow, right? You see how I got my bags open, not just everything in one spot, because CleanSpark is the one I got the most conviction of. So if CleanSpark gets to $50, that'll be 150,000. If Crow goes to $1, that'll be another 100,000. That's two separate positions, right? That I'm looking at. Maybe I could have a $200,000 right there, depending on what happens during this next bull run, right? They say, there's you hoping. Yo, you got to take a risk in life, right? When you go outside, you hope that you make it home, right? You hope at every fucking thing, right? So why not take an educated guess? Or you got to take a risk. With no risk is no reward. A lot of people scared to invest anything, right? These little $5,000 that I got in this account, they didn't come in one day. This is an accumulation. This is why I want to show people, right? This $5,000 is not $5,000 that I even remember putting in here. Do you understand that? This comes from $50, $75. This week, $100. Next week, $50, $70. Sometimes just $20, $25. When I got a high ass bill or something, my kids need something. Fuck, I can't put the money in here. I'm gonna put something in there though, right? This comes from doing that. Then you look, you're like, damn, I got $5,000 in here. That's what happens when you start to invest. The price doesn't even have to go up. Your value will go up just by you investing, right? Now, what happens when this price decides it wants to go up during the next bull market? Because I got news for you. When Bitcoin decides to take off, those altcoins, this Crow and all them other shits, they're going to decide to go up as well, right? And now what? I got 100,000 of these tokens. So if Crow coin hit 30 cents, it don't even got to hit $1. If it hit 30 cents, this position would be worth 30 grand. If it hits 10 cents, right? Right now it's at 5 cents. If it hit 10 cents, this position going to be worth $10,000. Double my money. Just by hitting 10 cents, right? And all the research I've been doing, people talking crazy. They talking $1, $1.50. Come on, man. Can you imagine? So I see that. I see crypto.com everywhere. Like I always tell you guys, look at the Los Angeles Lakers. They play in crypto.com arena, right? This is the exchange token. The actual exchange that I'm buying, crypto.com. This is their token. It's called Kronos, Crow. Crypto.com token, right? So I'm thinking, okay, what happens in 5 years from now with this damn token I'm paying 5 cents for? This shit might be worth $1.50, $2. If it's worth $2, that means this position will be worth $200,000, right? This is the mindset of investing. And if it stays at 5 cents for the next 3 years, and I just keep putting $25, $50, $100 every week, this position gonna grow just because I do that, right? Just because I'm putting if I put $25 in there right now, it's gonna be $5,175. You see? And then you just keep doing that shit. That's without it moving. That's with it staying still, right? It starts to rise in value. Your money starts growing up fast because you keep adding. So I hope people understand that. This was the last thing I'm gonna show. Me and my kids, I think I hear them making noise up there. So we about to go to the car wash. We about to turn up and probably go get some food or something like that. Cause they ain't come downstairs. They must not be hungry. You know, kids be having mind of their own. So, you know, kids first. So we can see your portfolio. Can we see your portfolio? Yeah, always show it. Zookeeper, Missy B, appreciate you pulling up. I always show it. This is my crypto account. In case you don't see it, this is screenshots. I'm trying to figure out how I can mirror my screen on there, right? So this is my DeFi wallet. That's DeFi. That's not on the app, right? That's in my DeFi wallet. So if something happened to that app, they can't get this money. This is what I got on the app. So eventually I'm going to take this crow off of here and put it in. So this 1,000 crow right here is going to end up going with this part, right? And then the Shiba Inu, I'm just keeping it there for hell of it, right? I don't even care about this shit. If this shit ever hit a penny, boy, I'm gonna be rich. I'm gonna be rich as fuck. When I buy Shiba Inu, I just put like $10 at a time in there. Something that I really don't care about, like $10. Just $10, $10, $10. That's how I buy Shiba Inu, right? I got 30 million, right? So next week I got $50 right here. If it decides to drop a little bit, I might put $10 more in there. You know, it probably give me a couple 100,000 tokens or some shit. But if that thing ever hit a penny, boy, we gonna be rich. So that's the goal on Shiba Inu, right? Bone, I think it's an actual potential here for this investment. I think this might be a sleeper because that Shibarium, that thing crashed because it was too many users, right? It couldn't handle the amount of users that was on there. And I'm thinking to myself, yo, hold on. They got to use this Bone token in order to operate on Shibarium. So this shit right here, this might actually go up. I think it could hit $5. Like seriously, I really do. But I got to do some more research on it before I start dumping more and more money in here. Right, I just put something in there just because I'm like, yo, hold on. I did a quick overview. I'm like, yo, this one right here got a potential, I think, in my head. So let me just put something in there just in case it do take off, right? But I got to do some more research on this one. I believe this has some potential. This Bone token, right? Shiba Inu is go right with Bone though. So, but Shiba Inu is more like a hype dream. Everybody wanted to get to a penny. So that's my piece on that. And this guy said he want to see my portfolio. So I'll show it to him. Let me see. So how I want to show this screen. I'm gonna show you my portfolio. Isn't it? So we're gonna take that off the screen. I'm gonna show my portfolio. And these are my portfolios in stock that I just got one company that I like is CleanSpark. So this is my stock market portfolio, right? Again, this is the same way that I did the other one, but this one happened to hit first, right? So I put in money every week, right? So I might take $200 this week, put it all in stock. Next week, put it all in crypto. You know, next week, put it in stock, then put some in crypto. Like that. I always do that. This week, I just put money, $200 in there, right? Every fucking week. When I get my paycheck, I do that. Every week, consistently, right? Because I know that $200 is not going to hurt me. It's not going to take away from my kids. It's not going to take away from me. You know, I could take that money and throw it in the trash if I want. So why take the money and put it in the trash when I could put it in an asset, right? When I'm saying trash, I don't want you guys to get confused like I'm just going to take the money and throw it in the trash. No, what I'm trying to say is trash with buying stupid stuff, right? When you go to the store and you buy in 3 cases of beer, that's $20 a piece. When you don't need that. You don't need that shit, right? That's a waste of money. Why I can't buy 1 case of beer? You an alcoholic? You know, when you taking that money buying all this damn weed and you just smoking your life away because you want to be high, do you have to buy 2-3 ounces? Can you just buy an ounce and then take the other money and invest it? So when people say, I don't got no money, I tell them, yo, I don't want to hear that shit, right? I don't want to hear that shit at all. Because you got money, you just, what are you doing with it, right? Pay attention to your own spending habits. Notice when you go to the store how you like to just buy shit for no reason, right? You just see something and you gotta have it, right? That's the fucked up mind part. That's what your mind's telling you. That's why you ain't got no damn assets. That's why you ain't got no damn stocks. That's why you ain't got no damn crypto. That's why you ain't got shit. Because you take a look at things as a consumer, right? That's the problem. That's the problem. You got the money. What are you doing with it? Pay attention to what you do this week. Remember, time is your friend in these markets. This market is going to always be around. It ain't going nowhere. So you ain't got to rush into it. Check yourself, though. This month, I want everybody to check yourself. When you go to the store, pay attention to how you act when you see something. You're like, oh, I need that. You just throw it in the cart. And then go look in your garage and see all the money you spend that's just sitting there. Go look in your closet, right? Look at all the money you just spent that's just sitting there. I'm guilty. This is how I can tell you. I got a closet upstairs full of fucking sneakers. I don't never wear them shits. Them shits is $200 a piece. I'm like, damn, yo, I'm fucking stupid. This is an accumulation of sneakers that I have accumulated over time. What if those were stocks? Right? What if those was crypto tokens instead of sneakers? Right? I don't know how many pair of sneakers in my closet upstairs. It's to the point where I can't even really buy that many more shoes because it's gonna fucking start coming out the closet. Right? I know a lot of people like that just got a lot of shit for no reason. How many pairs of shoes can you actually wear? You know? When I'm working Monday through Friday, I'm only off on the weekends and I'm not wearing my shoes to work. On the weekend come, I only wear 2 pair. You got Saturday, Sunday. What you doing? I got 40 pairs of shoes up there. Right? That's impulse buying. That's just buying because you see something. Oh, I need that. I need that. That's the money I'm talking about. You got to figure that shit out. Pay attention to yourself. Don't tell Biz you ain't got no money. Because Biz ain't trying to hear that shit. Because if you ain't got no money, you shouldn't be on this damn internet. Because you got to pay an internet bill. You got to pay a phone bill. You got money. Anybody on YouTube got money. Because you paying a bill to listen to me talk right now. Right? You ain't homeless. Unless you got a government deal. I don't know everybody's situation. But for the most part, you got money. It's what are you doing with the money? Right? Pay attention to your own self this week when you go out. I want you to, you don't even have to take this month because that's too long. Pay attention to yourself next week. What you doing when you go out? What you doing? Pay attention. Go to the Walmart. You went there for something. You come out with a shopping cart full of shit, but you didn't go there for that. You went there for 2-3 items. You come out with a bunch of shit. What are you doing? Right? What are you doing? Man, I try to teach my kids' mom this shit because she guilty. I'm guilty sometimes too. We all are, right? But it comes a time where you want to be acknowledged that you're doing that shit. Then it all starts in your mind. I'm trying to tell you. It starts in your mind. Once you change your mind from that, you'll find that you have a little bit more extra money, right? Then you change your mind to, yo, I'm trying to grow some money. Then you'll find out that you got a little bit more extra money to invest. That's what happened to me. That's how I got these accounts looking like this. It ain't over. I didn't just put all this money in here. I didn't get no inheritance. Nobody gave me shit. I just $100, $50, my income tax money. You know, I invest my income tax money. When my income tax come, when I claim my kids and shit, I don't just take that money and go blow that shit. I invest most of that shit, right? I'm not stupid. I'm not going to get $6,000-7,000 from the government, from my own money, from my own tax return, because they be wilding, right? They be always taking money out your taxes. So when I get that money, I'm not gonna take the whole money and put it in the stock market or in crypto. I might take 4,000 though of that 7,000, 6,000, 4,000 of that going into the markets. I'll take 2,000 and go turn up. We gonna fucking fuck off. This the kids' money. Let's go, baby. Where y'all wanna go? You know, we going to the park. We going here. We gonna have some fun. We turning up, right? But what I'm doing with it for? I'm not stupid. I'm like, yo, if I put this in these markets and this market has a good year this year, this 4,000 could turn to 8,000. That's how I'm thinking. Remember, I bought a house out of this market. That's how I know it could happen. It already happened to me. I already turned $2,500 to $70,000. I already did that, right? I'm like, holy shit, that happened to me before in real life. That's how I got my house, right? And I'm trying to tell people like, yo, I ain't never seen nothing return me this much money in my life. So, guys, you could do this shit too. You could do this shit. It's a mindset, right? It's all in your mind. The mind is what stops you from doing it, because you start thinking, second questioning yourself, all that shit, right? You start going to, oh, I need these damn shoes. Damn, I need these shoes. Then when you get them, you notice how they get dirty and you don't even care, right? You walk in the mud puddle, you like, oh, they're just shoes. You stupid. You just paid $250 for them shoes. Talking about it's just shoes. So pay attention to your spending habits this week. Remember that the CPI data is coming on September 13th. That will give a direct relationship to the market, right? Now, let me explain this. That CPI data, the Fed interest rate hikes, all of that news, right? It has nothing to do with CleanSpark, my company. That would just present a buying opportunity for me to get more ownership of my company. Because what is my company doing? Executing. So if Jerome Powell decides he want to raise interest rates and he decides he want to fuck with the economy, right? What the fuck that got to do with CleanSpark? Are they mining Bitcoin still? Yes. Are they growing they company? Yes. Are they exahash going up? Yes. So, Jerome Powell announced, we raising the Fed, fuck, the rates going high, right? And the market decides to tank. What they got to do with my company? Nothing. So what would that in turn make me do? Buy a little bit more with new throwaway money, right? Don't worry about the old throwaway money I got in here. That's just dead money. Remember, I didn't need it. Plus, I already sold some, so I took most of it out, right? So I ain't worried about none of this money right now. This ain't my money. I'm thinking about new money. When the market drop, if I got new money, I'm adding. I don't give a fuck if it's 25 shares, 10 shares. I'm adding, right? Because why? It's not CleanSpark's fault that Jerome Powell want to raise rates. It's not CleanSpark's fault that the market want to decide to tank. What is CleanSpark doing? They're doing great. Okay, that's all I need to know, right? If CleanSpark start doing bad and Jerome Powell's raising rates, I'm selling, right? I need to get out of there. I need to find a company that's going to do what they say they're going to do, regardless to what the market conditions are. Because in 5-10 years from now, this is going to pay off big time. And you're going to see it. You're going to be around to see it. You're going to be around to witness it. So I appreciate y'all pulling up. I think that's it for me. I got everything. I already showed everything. Boom, 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 boom. I showed everything that I wanted to speak about today. Jerome Powell had his little talk, and he said that he might raise interest rates. So he said, Bolo blood clot. The boss in here, Juicy Fruit in here. Appreciate y'all pulling up. So yeah, that's it for this week, right? So we want to pay attention to the moves in the market. Pay attention. Take advantage of it. Understand this is what I'm doing. I'm not telling you what to do. I always got to say that. But what I've been doing for myself has been working. right? So understand what's going on. Don't dip out on something that you believe in, something that makes sense to you. I'm not dipping out on it because of the overall market. That's dead. Only thing I can do is add ownership while everybody else is scared money, right? So Jerome Powell had a meeting. He talking about he might raise rates or he might pause, whatever the fuck he talking about. So we gonna watch on September 13th. That's when the CPI data comes out. We want to look at that report and see if it hit expectations or if it was higher than expectations. If CPI is higher than expectations, you could probably bet that Jerome Powell is going to raise interest rates on September 19th. That's when the Fed meeting is, on the 19th, right? That's will be when Jerome Powell talk about raising interest rates. If he raised interest rates, you should expect the market to go down, and I will take that opportunity all day and add more ownership, me personally, right? Because why? My company is continuously executing over and over and over and over again. I care not what the market does, right? The market doesn't matter to me. What matters is, what is my company doing? Pay attention to Bitcoin. My research, what I've been looking at, it can possibly drop down around 20 bands. Don't be scared if you see it drop to 20 bands. Understand buying opportunity, right? We're waiting for what? I'm waiting for what? The Bitcoin having an event in 232 days is a countdown, right? Maybe 30 days after that, then I might get an explosion of my money. So if I start to see Bitcoin go down, I'm going to take full advantage of that shit, because that will push CleanSpark stock down. Understand? So now I'm accumulating money on the sideline. CleanSpark is in a buy zone for me, right? I will be probably buying a little bit, but I will be accumulating more money in my stockpile called dry powder. I will be accumulating more money just in case Bitcoin decides to drop, and I understand CleanSpark still executing. CleanSpark price drop, I'm going to buy more with the money that I'm accumulating now on the sideline. Understand? I'm probably going to buy a little CleanSpark anyway, because the price is under $5. I said that last week. If it went under $5, that's a buy for me, right? But if Bitcoin goes down to 20,000, you better believe CleanSpark going to go back in the threes, right? So you need to be prepared for that. Remember, if you didn't put money in there, you need it tomorrow. You still don't need it tomorrow. You understand? If you put money in there, you need it, then you stupid. You shouldn't invest it, right? You put money that you don't need. That way, when it goes up and down, you don't care, right? So you just looking for opportunity, right? If you put money in there, you need it. You're stupid, okay? That's gambling. That's like going to the casino, gambling your rent money. That is stupid. You understand? You put money that you don't need. The more you do that, the more you keep putting money in there, the more your assets start growing up, the more you just start building it's like a bank account on steroids, though. You know? That's what's going on over here. So, Keith, what up, Keith? I appreciate y'all pulling up. Game Dreamer, would you be willing to teach an interest course for setting everything up to invest? Hell yeah. I ain't got to teach it. I could just tell you what you want to do. The app I got 3 investing apps, 4. I got a Robinhood account. That's for my kids, right? Anything I want to buy my kids, I put it on Robinhood. When my kids get money, I buy it on Robinhood. That's my kids shit. Only my kids, right? Because that's for beginners and all that. My account that I invest with is called Webull, right? Webull. You download the Webull app, and then you follow the instructions. I like to use a margin account, right? A margin means credit. So all that does is give me instant access to the money that I deposit. If you use a cash account, you got to wait like 3 days for the money to clear before you can start buying anything. What somebody has never invested, I recommend using a cash account. Don't use the margin account unless you have understanding on what the fuck margin is. Because if you start using margin, everybody just get a cash account. If you start using margin, They will clear your account. Oh, they call this shit a margin call. You be mad as fuck. You be like, I ain't never doing this no more, right? You gotta understand what margin is if you're gonna use a margin account. So I recommend people use cash account. Don't use margin account, right? Because the cash account is gonna only allow you to spend what you put in there. A margin account will let you spend more than what you put in there, and then you'll be fucked in the game because you'll be getting margin calls and you have to sell everything and you'll be owing them money and you'll be like, yo, what the fuck is this? So until you understand, you can change it from margin to cash account, right? But until you understand what margin is, just use a cash account. It's going to ask you cash or margin. Guys, if you don't know what the hell you're doing, make sure it says cash account, okay? That's one thing I definitely need to tell you. Because if not, you're going to get your ass clapped, right? You're going to be mad as hell at Biz. Cash account. I use a margin account because I understand what margin is. I never use their margin. The only reason I use a margin account is because when I put my money in there, I want instant access to it right now. And they do that with margin, right? But if you have a cash account, you have to wait like 3 days. So like you'll put $100 in there today and you won't be able to spend it until it clears, right? The money got to clear and then it go on your app and then you can spend it. So if you put $100 in there, you're like, yo, where my money? Why my money ain't pop up? Remember, it's a cash account. The cash has to clear like any bank account would, right? But I'm telling you cash so you could protect yourself from getting a margin call, because that's like one of the worst things that you could ever get, right? A margin call is this. If you buy something on margin and the shit goes down, the fucking company's gonna be like, yo, give me my money back. They're gonna be like, hey, give me my money, man. Give me my money. Hey, they're gonna tell you, you need to sell this shit right now type shit. It's gonna say, you either give me my money, put more money in here, or we're gonna liquidate your whole shit, right? And they just take everything you got. You like, damn, that's called a margin call, right? Understand what margin is before you get yourself into that. Okay? Please understand that, because you get your ass clipped fucking with a margin account. Until you understand what margin is and you feel comfortable using a margin account, then you can always switch it over to a margin account, right? So when you get the Webull, set it up as a cash account. Just for my brain, right? All my subscribers, set it up as a cash account, please, just for my brain. Then you can Google what is a margin account, how do you use margin. Once you feel comfortable with it, you can switch it over to a margin account, right? But set it up as a cash account, and then it'll ask you for your IDs and all that shit. It's official. It's gonna make sure nobody's trying to scam you, right? You're gonna have your own brokerage. And then you'll have your Webull account. You could deposit money in there. You don't got to spend it. You can use it as a savings account if you want. You could just put money over there and never buy nothing. And it'll just be in that account, right? And whenever you feel like you want to buy something, whenever you find something you like, that's when you start to average in, right? Start buying it in with the money you put in there. That's for Webull. Crypto.com is the account I use to buy crypto tokens on. Bitcoin, shit like that. Ethereum, Shiba Inu. You can buy Bitcoin on Cash App, you know what I'm saying? And Robinhood as well. You can buy Bitcoin and shit on Robinhood too. But I got my Robinhood account, that's for my kids, right? So that account I don't even touch. I just put it in there and that's it. Fuck that account. It's not me. It's for my kids, right? My son actually has my passcode and all in the app on his phone because it's his money in there, right? So I let him look at it so he can look at it and see when it go up and down. He'll text me, CleanSpark went up today, and I just be laughing. And he'll text me, CleanSpark went down today. I'm like, yeah, you watching, motherfucker. See, I'm starting him off early so he get the concept in his mind, right? That's all my goal is, to try to teach him what I know. Because remember, he has his own ideas, right? He might grow up and identify a company that he like, and he won't be scared to invest, and he would know how to invest because of what I'm teaching him, right? What I'm showing him as he following his dad, his leader, the person that's trying to guide him, right? As he follow my steps, he'll understand, yo, this is how I do this. This is how I identify this. I let him listen to earnings calls. I should do that one day. The next earning call, I might go live. If I'm home when they're doing an earnings call, I might go live so you can listen to an actual earnings call and understand what the hell an earnings call is, right? It's kind of boring, but it's not, especially when you got money in here and you like, yo, what is these people doing with my money? You know what I'm saying? I got money in these motherfuckers. I got to listen. So I listen to every earnings call. So that's how you get the brokerages set up. Out is Webull a cash account? My Webull, you have the option. Let me pull this up. These are questions I like to answer. Right? Hey Biz, I came in late. Did you talk about bricks? Nope, we didn't talk about bricks. Bricks, I seen what it is. It's like a corporation. It's like a bunch of companies. Let me see. All right. Robinhood will give you instant access to your project without having to use margin. Okay, so Robinhood, that's an account straight for beginners. Me, I have Webull. If you want to get a Robinhood, perfectly fine. Still, you could buy shares, you could buy crypto, and you can buy shares on Robinhood. Right? I just got it set up with Webull because Webull is a little bit more advanced. Right? It's almost like a motorcycle. When people buy a 600 in 6 weeks, they want to buy a 750, and then they want to buy 1,000. Right? I just said fuck it. I buy the 1,000 and I learn how to use it, so I won't have to keep buying it. But it's an app. You know what I'm saying? So Robinhood is good for beginners, right? And I can use my Robinhood. My son got it. Well, I got it on my phone too, but my son uses that one. But it's the account is in my name. I just let him do whatever the fuck he want to do on there. Let him see. So, all right, this is my Webull account. Let me see here. All right, see where it says. Let me go up here and look. It says individual at the top. Then you got an IRA individual. I want to see if I could show you where it says margin because I haven't looked at this in so long. This margin account. They have a place on here where you could practice. This is paper trading where I could put any just buy shares over here with this shit. But it's imaginary, right? I can just see my buying power says $1 million, right? So this is your paper account. I don't even play with this because this shit'll piss me off. If I start putting play $1 million in there and seeing it go to 10 million, I'll be mad as hell. So I don't want to put it in there. But this they let you practice. They got to practice on here. It's called paper account. Where would it show? Where would it show the margin? This is bullshit. Settings. So would it be up here? Nope. Watch list, stocks, markets, screeners, trade account. See where it say cash balance? Let me see. I gotta figure this out. I haven't done it. I done it so long ago. When I set this account up, it'll ask you questions like, are you new to trading? Do you know what trading is? Do you want to apply for options? You can always go back and add things as you learn. My recommendation is to go in there, set up a cash account, especially for people that don't know, or you set up a Robinhood. But if you want to follow what I'm doing on Webull, Webull gives you a lot of news updates. Robinhood does as well. Robinhood is an alright app, especially for beginners. It kind of like make it easy for you to understand Robinhood. Webull is a little bit more advanced, but this is the key. Once you learn how to invest, you're gonna want Webull, right? Because Robinhood is really advanced. It just gives you a fucking line on the screen. Once you learn how to read those candles and stuff, that's when you come to fucking Webull because they have a better chart and stuff like that. That's why I have Webull because I like to look at the charts and stuff like that. So Webull has a better chart system, but Robinhood is good too, though. So if you want to get Robinhood, go ahead with Robinhood. That's a good one for beginners. It's going to tell you everything. And Webull is one for advanced people. But remember what I said. Once you learn how to do what you're doing, you're going to want to get a Webull account because it shows more details. Like it's a little bit more advanced. It has more indicators for your charts and stuff like that. Let me see if I can show an example of a chart. Let me see if it'll pop it up. Will this show my shit or no? Right, I'm on watch list. Let me go and watch this. Let me go like Bitcoin. So I'm showing this chart right here, and then where's the indicator? right here. Let's say indicators, right? I could put indicators on here. Got the Bollinger Bands. See a little band there? That's for people that understand charts, right? I don't want to scare these Bollinger Bands. Let me read this real. See this? I'm liking what I'm seeing on Bitcoin. These Bollinger Bands. I mean, look at it right here. I want to zoom in, right? So this is a Bollinger Band. It's an indicator, right? It's not saying the truth, but it's an indicator. It looked like Bitcoin going up today. Well, we're at the top of this Bollinger Band. The middle line of the Bollinger Band is where the stock like to be, right? That's comfortable for the stock. If you watch this Bollinger Band, right? If we try to close it up, if we go mount every time the stock goes towards the upside of this Bollinger Band, notice how it goes back down to the middle and then to the bottom. Every time it goes to the bottom of the Bollinger Band, it kind of like comes back to the middle. So this right now where we at the top side of the Bollinger Band. It looks like it was pressure right here. With these Bollinger Bands, they call it Bollinger Bands, right? It's an indicator. It's just an indicator. This doesn't mean it's facts or not. Right now, it looks like we at the top of this Bollinger Band. Bitcoin showing some strength, and it normally refutes back towards the middle of the Bollinger Band. But as this candle continues to rise, the Bollinger Band is going to rise too, right? So that means the middle line is going to go up too. So it'll come back towards the middle, and at the bottom of the Bollinger Band, that's like the bottom, because what it does, revert back to the middle, and then when it goes to the top, it reverts back to the middle, like that. So people like to buy at the bottom of the Bollinger Bands, people like to sell at the top of the Bollinger Bands, right? So it's probably people selling into this strength, because we're getting a strong, it looked like a big ass candle right there. Look at 26,000. What chart is this? The 2-hour chart. No, I don't want that. I like the weekly chart. I like to look at the weekly charts. See, we at the bottom of the Bollinger Band on the weekly chart. And the 4-hour chart up high, that's day traders. I don't like fooling with those these low level charts, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours. I don't like fucking with those. I like the weekly and the monthly charts. That's me, because you can see like the monthly chart. And where we at? We probably in the middle of the Bollinger Band. Yep, we right in the middle of the Bollinger Band. So it's saying it's not buy or sell, it's even. Right? If you see this, notice how when it came to the bottom of the Bollinger Band, what happened? It went back to that middle line. If we start to get pumped and it comes to the top of this Bollinger Band up here, that's an indicator saying that, yo, the price is oversold. And you got another indicator on here. This is why I like Webull, because I be looking at these charts. It's called RSI, Relative Strength Index. I like that indicator too. Main chart, all indicators. Let me see if I got it on hand. Do I got it on hand? RSI, EFG. I seen something. Nope, MACD. There go RSI right there. RSI. God damn it! This shit just went away. I got this on my phone. I think I need to set up my computer so I can show you. I was just scared to talk to you guys about these charts, because it's a lot to understand. First thing you need to understand is how to invest. So this RSI is it's called a Relative Strength Index. It's like a certain range of the RSI. We see this chart. I don't like the way this chart looks on here, man. It's not showing my damn. I'm going to see. I need to figure out how this shit look on Webull, because it looked different on my phone. Let me see. Markets. No, I want to see this shit in a different way, man. Why is this is a desktop version though? It's not what I want to see. I want to see the indicator, bro. It show the volume. So the volume be. I'm like, see this new shit. I don't want to see this. There we go. Boom. See, I'm not how to use it. These are the indicators at the bottom, right? All right. This MACD, right? This D is. Let me look at this indicator. See, this RSI MACD is like the signal line. You got the yellow one is the signal line, the green one is the MACD. So when the green one on top, I mean, when this line start to come through, we might see a pump because the bottom. See, they got all this green and red. That's histogram. They call that a histogram, right? It's looking like the seller pressure dying down. Is this Bitcoin? Yep. It look like this seller pressure dying down. It look like it's some buying pressure coming into the market, right? And this on the bottom is one of my favorite indicators called the RSI, right? You see this green area in the middle of this chart? That's the middle line, right? Between here and here is healthy for RSI to be. Right? Once you see the RSI goes up above 70, right? Because the middle line is the lower part of this is 35 or 30, right? The top part of this line is at 70, right? So if the RSI is underneath this 30 area, that means it's oversold. That means it should go the fuck up. Right, this is what day traders use. Right, if the RSI is beaming above 70, that means it's overbought. That's that excitement in the market where people are just fucking going crazy. But like if you see right here, see this RSI was crazy up here. That means it was high as shit. Right, that means it probably had a chance to come down. Look what happened. It came down to the middle. Then it went up again. Now we was in overbought territory. That means that's telling me not to buy right now because it's hot. It's a lot of interest. Now we coming down back to the middle. This is like an okay buy, but ideally you want to buy these underneath this line right here, underneath this 30 line. So if you see this line go underneath here, that's telling me that the market is oversold, right? So it's too many people selling. It's time to buy it up. This is what day traders use. Like day traders doing this. These Bollinger Bands combined with this MACD, combined with this RSI is very, very powerful in like day-to-day moves, monthly moves. I like to look at the monthly chart because the day-to-day moves is for like day traders. I like to trade money because they be wrong a lot. Like the monthly charge is pretty much not that many false signals. Like, okay, I'll show you a perfect example. Look at this RSI pump. Up here. See that? See that? This RSI pump. Look at where my mouse at. The price was up here. Then what happened? As soon as that RSI started to drop, look at the price. The price drop. Right? Then the RSI pumped up again. The price pumped up. See that? Then when that RSI dropped again, look at the price. The price follows it. It just like dropped down. See? Right now we in the middle. So it's like not a we in the middle of the Bollinger Bands. We in the middle of this MACD is giving me a good signal. It's looking like it's about to curve up. If that MACD is curving, now it's gonna go up, right? So you use all these three indicators in cahoots. Like I use them all at the same time. So if one of them telling me something and the other one tells me something, I don't do it. But I don't day trade. I use these for entries. Like if I want to buy, so Bitcoin is like a neutral right now. If I was buying, I would wait a little bit because it could potentially go down in this area. Once I get into this oversold area, I'll be buying that shit because then you know it's go up, and it's a monthly chart too, right? This is a monthly chart, so it's giving you that when the monthly chart is each one of these candles is 1 month, right? So 1 month here, 1 month here, 1 month here. Each one is candle. A weekly chart would be this. This would be a weekly chart. And weekly chart is each one of these candles would be 1 week, right? So the weekly chart's telling me it's neutral. See? It's the same. Well, shit, this is towards the bottom of the Bollinger Band on this weekly chart. But the RSI is pretty level. See this RSI indicator? It's right in the middle. If we start get up here on this RSI above this 70 level, you know that it's oversold. I mean, it's overbought. That means people are buying like a motherfucker, and it's time to chill, stop buying. When it goes down here in this undersold area, you're like, all right, these people selling too much. It's time to start buying. You know what I'm saying? So, and then you use that in collaboration with this MACD right here. This shit here can confuse you. This MACD is looking like it's showing weakness. See, look, the MACD showing weakness. We got the price is towards the bottom of the Bollinger Band. This MACD right here is showing weakness. You see the histogram starting to turn red, right? Green means good. Means good buying going on. When this histogram starts turning red, it means there's more sellers in the market than there's buyers, right? So that's the histogram. The histogram is looking like we got weakness coming. Just by looking at this weekly chart. Just by me glancing at it, it's telling me it might be some more downside. Right? I'm just being straight up looking at this shit, right? I can't tell you that it's true or it's a fact, but just looking at it is telling me, hey, we might see a little downside, because basically I'm looking at this MACD and it's showing me weakness, right? It's not showing strength right now, but that's an opportunity for me. So I want to see where this RSI end up on, right? If this RSI gets below this 30 level, that's probably when the MACD is going to be wanting to go back up, right? Let me see if I could show you previous. So you start to see what it does and how these charts work together. Look right here. This is back in the day, right? See how this signal line is on top? What do we get? Good price action all the way at the top of the Bollinger Band, right? It just ran the Bollinger Band all the way up. See that? And look at the green with the histogram. It's all green. Price goes up. Once this signal line crosses under the MACD line, look at what happens, right? So when you start to see your graph, your chart leveling off like this, you can expect weakness. So look what happens. The signal line starts to drop. The MACD line is on the top, but the signal line is dropping down. And then what happens? You see that histogram? Look at your RSI. Your RSI is up here, it's hot, burning hot, right? And it starts, once that starts to drop, see where your RSI was at a low, right here. See? And then you got the histogram, all of this red, you got a big ass red candle right here. Right? So that's showing weakness. These are what day traders use, right? But when I seen that, when you see it go up under there, that's a buy. Because look what happened after it's going up. See how it does? And the RSI starting building. So normally people like to buy this in this area, sell this in this area. That's a day trader though. I'm a long-term investor. I try not to worry about the charts too much, because that should lose money. You don't know what you're doing, right? You gotta study this every day. I understand what these charts do and understand what they mean, but I don't use that as an indicator unless I want to buy something, right? If I'm looking to buy something and I see the RSI at 70, at 80 and shit, the RSI screaming, I'm gonna be like, holy sauce. What's this? Hold on, I'll get a notification. Hey, get some cash apps, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Let me see. I got 2 cash apps. It say, greatly appreciate the knowledge you sharing, bro. Biz, moving these charts is stressing your PC. Moving those charts is stressing your PC. What you mean? So you saying it's looking crazy on my screen? Let me see what you said. Oh shit. He said when I start moving the damn stream, it starts sounding like ears. My bad, guys, man. I'm trying to teach y'all about this shit. Damn. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear out there? Just a little choppy. So they say when I'm moving the graph is making y'all not understand. So let me try to stop moving this shit. Oh, that's hilarious, yo. All right, I'm gonna stop moving. Can y'all hear me now? Let me see. I'm gonna go over here. I'm calling out any disrespect on your name. All the smoke. I'm good. All right, so I'm gonna stop moving it. I was trying to tell y'all about these damn charts and how these charts work. Let me get to a good. He said when I'm moving the graph, Damn, it's hard to explain. Right now, where we at? We on the weekly chart. This is the weekly chart. Every one of those candles represent 1 week on the weekly chart, right? And so forth. So if you're looking at a monthly chart, that means every candle will represent a month. If you're looking at a 15-minute chart, that means you have, like, watch. I'm going to click on it. I'm trying to stop moving it. I'm going to click on the 15-minute chart. Watch how many damn candles you see, right? That's in 15 minutes. Hold on. Each one of these candles represent 15 minutes. And if you look down here, this is the time. See, it ain't even in days no more. See, 27th, 28th, right? Look how many damn candles you got. Because you get one candle every 15 minutes. Damn, I need to do something with my computer if it's fucking up the volume. But you get one candle every 15 minutes. Then you got 30 minutes, you got hour. The day traders like to use these low level charts. I mean the low time frame charts. I don't want to say low level because they are charts, but the time frame charts, right? So this means every 2 hours you get a candle, right? And then you got every day you get a candle. These are daily charts. So that means one day is one candle, right? The daily charts kind of look strong, right? See, that's why you got to use all these charts in combination. The monthly chart look a little weak, but this daily chart right here looks strong to me, right? When I'm looking down here, you see how it just wasn't oversold? And look what it's starting to do on this RSI. It's starting to come back up, the RSI, right? And this signal line is about to cross back up over this MACD. That's 2. Right? And we at the bottom, we towards the bottom side of this Bollinger Band. So the daily chart is looking like we might see some upside in a few days, but the monthly chart look like, so, you know, this is why I don't day trade. Right? That's why I don't day trade, because you're like, fuck, this shit, one chart might say something that the other chart don't, right? The daily chart looking like we might see some up. Where we at? Where the price at? The price is at 26.1, but this shit might go, we might see it hit 27,000 or, you know, go towards that area, 25, 26.5, 26.6, the way this daily chart looking, right? If you could see the RSI starting to move back into this area here, this RSI level zone, but see what happened? When it get oversold like that, that's when people like to buy, and then hopefully they see some return. But that's daily charts, and that's why I don't fuck with it, right? I don't like to look at no false signals and thinking one thing and then put my money in there and that shit. I just overall think long term, right? And I'll use this to see if I should enter the market, right? That right now it looking like you should enter, but on the monthly chart it looked like it's showing weakness, right? So we might, that telling me we might have a week good, but the end of the month might close out bad. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But at the end of the day, fuck this shit. Bitcoin having an event is in May of next year. So I use all of this as opportunities. These are for people that day trade. Remember, guys, 90% of day traders fail, man. It's only like 10% of actual day traders that make any money, right? That's why these people be using bots and shit like that. They be using, like, I know y'all know about the sneaker bots, how people use and buy sneakers all the time. But these people be using robots to trade for them because of this type of, these markets, the way these markets move. So that's just a little, Susan, because I had a hard time typing in the chat. It kept kicking me out. Keep educating on the market to invest. Oh yeah, no doubt. I'm sorry. I don't know if it was kicking you out. Nobody should be kicking you out. Maybe it was maybe it was me because I kept messing with that the computer. So that's why I like Webull, because it gives you more indicators, more understanding of these charts. The charts is more like user. You gotta, you know, it gives you more information. If you look at Robinhood is just a line on there. They ain't giving you all this, all these indicators. You ain't getting none of that. They just like buy the shit or not. You know what I'm saying? That's Robinhood, you know. And Webull is a little bit more advanced. So I like Webull, but Robinhood is nothing wrong with it if you want to get Robinhood. And crypto.com is an app I use to buy my crypto tokens on. And if you want, Coinbase is a good one, but Coinbase is a little confusing. Crypto.com is very user friendly when it comes to crypto, right? So I recommend crypto.com to people because it's very user friendly. You will have no problem understanding that. It's simple, buy or sell. It's just straight to the point. It ain't no all that other shit. Coinbase is a little difficult, and Binance, man, Binance is fucking really hard to understand. So that's another exchange that you can use to buy tokens. So either you go with Webull or Robinhood, then you go with crypto.com for your tokens. Then I got the crypto.com DeFi wallet, so I could transfer all of my assets off of my crypto.com app because the regular crypto.com is a centralized exchange. It's controlled by crypto.com. It's their app. But the DeFi wallet is all for the centralized exchange. So if something happened to the centralized exchange, they won't be able to get to my crypto because it's on my DeFi wallet, my decentralized wallet. You understand? And then they got these things called hard wallet, like a hardware wallet where it's like a thumb drive you put in your computer and you could take it out and carry it with you and shit, right? You could take that on a plane with you, bring you anywhere. It's like a wallet. You just put it in your computer and then you can see all your cryptos and can't nobody get to that. That's just straight up off the grid. That's off of you. That's you own your own crypto if you get that thumb wallet, whatever, thumb drive wallet, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. But what's that? 225, man. Y'all I was getting into it and talking about these stupid ass charts. I'm sorry y'all couldn't see it. I might edit that out, the last little part. I made a mistake, man. My bad. I need to I should be looking at the chart a little bit more. The chat I mean. I appreciate y'all pulling up. Remember September 13th, the CPI data coming out. September 19th will be the rate hikes. Look for opportunity in the market. Don't worry about none of that. Look for the opportunity in the market. Opportunity knocks. That's when you strike. Wait for the opportunity, right? Don't rush the gun. Take your time. Identify a company you like and slowly buy into it, if you so choose. I'm not recommending anything. I'm telling you, I own CleanSpark, I own Coin, I own a little bit of Shiba Inu, and I'm just now starting to buy this Bone token. I'm getting. Hey, Odium, have you noticed anything about Bone token? You paid attention to that? The Bone, I think that might be a good one. They using it as gas fees. The Bone. All donations, right? All the donations. Let me see if I got any cash apps, because all donations. Oh, I might have give away some Bitcoin. I almost forgot. I'm glad you put that comment. So, who wants some Bitcoin? Let me give away 5 people $10 in Bitcoin. And let me see. Did I get any cash apps today? Nope, no cash apps. So that's good. I know nothing about that one. I'm gonna look into it. Right, the Bone. They using Bone. It's called Bone Shiba Swap. They using that as the gas fees on Shibarium, because Shibarium is about to come up. And Shibarium came out the other day, and the damn thing crashed because there was so many people on there trying to use it. And all of those tokens. So in my head, I'm like, bro, if they had that much traction to where the website crashed, when they get it under control, it's gonna be a lot of traction going to that website, and all of those people gotta use Bone. You know, supply and demand. It might make Bone go up. So I would think you would want to look at that. Right. So we got Nada Watkins. All right, I'm gonna give 10 people $10. So everybody put your cash to not 10 people. 5 people $10. I'm tripping. Right? I got Cash App, and I'm about to $10 in Bitcoin I'm giving out to 5 people. Maybe it wasn't in the chart. I start skipping again. What the hell going on? I don't be skipping that much. Maybe is it about to rain? No, it ain't raining out here. All right, so we got Nada Watkins. I'm about to put send you $10. This is what I do. And tell all these people talking shit that why they ain't giving that back to their people. NATA WATKINS. WATKINS. What the hell going on, man? Activity of pay. ATAWA. Man, I hope this you. It's only one person here with that name, so I'm gonna send it. I just hope that's you. Let me make sure. It don't got no NATAWATKINS NATAWATKINS. That gotta be you. So here goes some Bitcoin for you. Holla at me. So we got $10 coming to you right now. Boom. All right, let me see what we got. Susan Sago. Boom, done. So now let me get $10 pay going to Susan. SUSAN. Susan SAGO. All right, I got two Susan Sagos. One got an S on it, one don't. I'm gonna put the one you type, the one without the S. Yeah, I'm out of here. I'm about to get off. I'm giving out, so that's 2 people. I need 3 more people. 3 more people, and then we off. Oh, not she got it. So that's all. Only 2 people want Bitcoin today. That's fine. Shoot, so we can change this from 305, 1010. What's that? Nobody else wants some Bitcoins. Oh, they go want Keith. All right, $10 pay. J. HBK. J. HBK 74. J. Keith. Bitcoin. All right, that's 3 people. Susan says she got it. All right, so Keith, yours on the way already. It's in the wind. You should get shortly. I'm gonna chill a few lives so it can circulate. Mary Man said I'm about to chill. All right, so that's Keith. So that's 3 people. Bird, I see TB. We're gonna get TB out the way. $10 pay. TELL. All right, sir. BIRD. Telly Bird confirm. Boom. You got your $10 coming in the win right now. Last week, Mary Man got it. Keith got it. Y'all got Telly Bird, TB, yours in the win. So that'll be what? Four people. Mary Man say he need all that shit. Ah, that's hilarious. So we got all of y'all. So that's what? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 people today. So all right. I was gonna give 5, but I only see 4. So those 4 is good for today. So we're gonna take away $40. Oh, you got it. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, bro. Now you can start on your journey. So we got $40 to take away from 300. So $40 take away 300 means 60. So 65. So it'll be 265 in here. 265. Oh shit. 265. All right. It got $265 left on the Cash App that we giving out. Meek, what up, Meek? You all right? It's over with. We over with. We done. You all right? You could watch the first part of the live stream, most of the first part of the live stream, because the last part, I was told it was getting a little choppy. Plus, I was saying some confusing stuff about these that I know people need to. I need to talk about it more so people can start to understand it. So, I appreciate all of y'all for pulling up. I'm about to take my son to the car wash and take my kids to go get some food. I should have did that about an hour ago. I know they about to punch me in my head. So I appreciate all of y'all. Thanks to everybody for pulling up. Just hit the like button, and hopefully we teach our kids some of this stuff, and we're gonna keep growing and getting better, and turn up, man. Invest for the future. All right, appreciate y'all. Holla. Sending love, peace, and blessings. Yep. Appreciate y'all. Everybody stay safe, man. 100.